Andrade and you is a great matchup, but obviously the matchup everyone wants is you and Canelo. Um, does any part of you, after what we saw with Fury and Ngannou, like, does it leave a bad taste? Do you feel like it maybe leaves a bad taste in the public's mouth about the sport based on how Fury did with Ngannou? And is that like even more of a reason why we got to see you and Canelo to remind people what great high level boxing looks like, and just your thoughts on all that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like Ngannou surprised a lot of people because, he did that to Tyson Fury. It was a great fight. I think a lot of people don't give Mike Tyson the credit because Mike Tyson was the one who trained Fury, Ngannou for that. So, I mean, he had a great trainer. He had a great trainer, somebody to prepare him great for that. He did good. I mean, I don't feel like that has anything to do with our fight. I think it was just a shock to the public to see something like that. But as for me and Canelo, it's a whole different story. I think people already know what they're expecting, what type of fight is going to be. So I mean, yeah, that's what I think about that.
What do you think of Canelo? There's some rumors he might fight Munguia. That's a guy you were trying to negotiate with, and they kind of walked away. What would you think of Canelo and Munguia?
I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't make me happy knowing that he's going to take that fight next. But as I always say, what can I do about it? Canelo does whatever he wants to do. If he's going to fight him on May 5th, that'll be a good fight. I think it'd be a good fight for the people, for the Mexican people. It's two Mexicans going at it. But I think the fight that everybody wants to watch is me versus Canelo. I don't think people are going to be satisfied until we get that fight. So I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. I gotta keep working hard, get through these fights, and then we'll take it one step at a time.
Is that what you're hearing though? Like it's almost like he it sounds like he is going to go ahead with that fight instead of yourself in May,
I
or
I, I don't know. To be honest with you, I just seen that on Instagram that he might go that direction. To be honest with you, it looks like he's gonna do that. I haven't heard anything from anybody from PBC or anything like that. But I mean, in my opinion, that's probably what he's gonna do. Um, But yeah, man, it's like I said, I have my fight. I gotta stay focused on that. And when I take care of Demetrius Andrade, then we could talk about that. But it kind of seems like it's the same thing. Every time you talk to me about, oh, is a fight gonna happen next? And then I tell you, oh well, it might happen next, and then he ends up taking another fight. So I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do.
no? I hear you, it's getting to like the Mayweather Pacquiao Crawford Spence stage where you get tired of asking the man if he wants to take this fight. Is there any way I should ask him differently? You think, David? Is this?
Uh, um, Oh, to be honest, I think he gets pissed off when you ask him because I've seen the interviews and stuff. He does get mad, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like this fight's gonna happen whenever it happens. I feel like I'm just having a good time right now. I'm working extremely hard. I'm having a good time at training camp. I'm having these other fights. I'm looking spectacular in these fights, and now I just want to keep doing that until it's time to make this fight happen.
Just lastly on that Munguia Canelo stuff, is that a competitive fight in your eyes?
I think it's. I think it is a competitive fight because Munguia. You can say what you want about Munguia, but he has heart. He's gonna keep fighting until he either gets knocked out or the fight ends. So it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a little bit tougher than people think it's gonna be for Canelo because Munguia is a tough guy and keeps coming back. But I think ultimately Canelo stop him with a body shot.
Gotcha. And then also, man, if this Canelo thing is gonna keep dragging out and the WBC doesn't whatever, strip and do what they got to do to try to make the fight happen. What makes more sense for you, man? Does it mean staying at 68, big fight with David Morrell, or going to 75 and fighting Bivol and those guys and better be it?
Yeah, I think. Hey, I think. My bad, bro. I think. Shit, bro. The best if that fight doesn't happen, then I think I'm gonna fight. I'll fight David Morrell, and then just try to pick up another belt. Because my end goal is really to get all four belts. That's really what I want. That's what I want to accomplish at this weight class before I leave. And if I can't do that, then I'll go get an interim title with Morrell. That'll be a great fight too. That fight would do some good numbers too. So I feel like if I don't get the Canelo fight, then it's inevitable. I have to go up to 175. But before that, we're trying to stay at the weight class as long as we can, get the good fights, and then if we can't get the Canelo fight, then we'll go up to 175.
How is it making 60? I know you said in LA you feel good, but yeah, how is it getting down to 68 right now? You've been there a long time.
Yeah, it's the same as every camp. You know, you just have to measure your food, you have to measure everything, you have to measure your water intake. You know, it gets to a point where it becomes a science and how to get down in weight. You know, it's not impossible. You can do it, but I would feel much more comfortable making 175.